it. Okay, y'all. Remember I mentioned in Love and Marriage Huntsville? Girl, let's listen.
I have 11 children. Golly.
Okay, first of all, I don't know if TV One gonna let me live. I ain't got time for that. So let's do this.
I have 11 children. Golly.
Okay, hold up, yeah.
I have 11 children. Golly. What was I thinking? I always said when I was a little girl that I wanted a lot of children. I used to always say, Mommy, I'm going to have between 8 and 10. Well, I'm at 11, so we'll see what the rest brings of life. I think I'm going to do one more. I keep saying one more, and I done did one more. Let's see, Wyatt, Bella, Kendall, Kiraya, Kisa. Dang, that was 4 kids ago. I love being a mama. If I wasn't a mommy, um, I don't think I would be who I am today. Started my career with children, with a child, and I'm still in my career with 11 kids. After they told me, well, if you have a baby, you're not going to be able to do what you need to do. I have 11 children. Golly, what was I thinking? Can't travel and you can't such and such and blase.
Who said it in that accent
My
though,
mother
Kiki?
looked at me in my eyes. She said, baby, you can do whatever you want to do with or without a baby. Can't travel.
Okay. So we had a conversation, and I just want to reiterate for those of y'all that didn't hear that conversation, because I don't want her singing on here. Stop it. I feel like Kiki has kids because she likes the attention she gets from being pregnant. Mm, that's just how I feel. I really do feel like it's more so about how it makes her feel when those kids look up to her and need her. And I really do have to wonder if you can provide the same amount of attention and love to all of those children at the same time. I do wonder. And it's really not because I don't think it's possible. It's because I've seen how Kiki can be a little unstable sometimes. Um, and so when a person is unstable in a certain way, it kind of makes me feel like you can't be that good to those children all the time if that's the way you are, mentally at times. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody's a little off, I can't imagine them mentally being the best mother all the time with that many children, performances, being sick. The last baby was really sick. Going through all of these marriages. Like this is the third one, I believe. So, and that's not shade or anything, but I'm just saying that's a lot to go through in life. And listen, this is Kiki's life. I'm not judging her, but I do think there is something to be studied about women that have children, because they get some type of high from it. You know what I mean? Or they get some type of feeling, and it starts to turn into a detriment at some point because you can only spread yourself so thin. Also, it feels like abandonment issues she hasn't dealt with. Child, when I tell you them abandonment issues. And what I've realized about abandonment issues is that it's not always about people not being there physically. Sometimes it's about people not being there emotionally or being there and taking themselves away, changing the dynamics of the relationship. The relationship not being steady for a child can sometimes cause abandonment issues. If their mom is usually loving and cool with them, but then she gets into it with her man or has an issue, and then all of a sudden she's emotionally unavailable, and you have to go through that over and over again with her being emotionally unavailable to you and then being emotionally available. And then you kind of, I feel like, understand what it's like to be in an abusive relationship, because abusive relationships are often push and pull, where one moment you're getting all this love and the next moment you're not getting all that love from the same person. And emotionally, it's very confusing, especially for children. If it's confusing for adults, for children, it's hard for them to navigate when the relationships with their parents are unsteady. And I feel like based on the mental that I've witnessed of Kiki, there has to be times when she's emotionally unavailable. And I think that will cause abandonment issues. So when you keep having more and more children, just because they're physically okay doesn't mean they're mentally and emotionally okay. And I feel like there's a part of having children in 2022 where we need to look at the way we were raised and dissect that shit so that we can be better for our kids than our parents were for us. Because a lot of us grew up with our parents still being in survival mode in their minds and just in general in survival mode. I feel like I've been through it, like not only, growing up Black in America, in the South, having hurricanes almost every year. Not every year back then, but like having natural disasters take place like that, like that shit causes a lot of strife for the parents. And then, what I'm saying? Like you just go through so many things, I feel like, with just a couple of kids. I could not imagine having all of those personalities, all of those little lives, all of those little brains and emotions to be responsible for in a positive way. To me, I feel like at some point you click off something so that you don't have to think about that. Because I just feel like it's unrealistic. Unrealistic for y'all to tell me that all of those kids are getting what they need when people who don't have as many kids have a hard time giving the kids what they need in better circumstances, like parents that aren't always traveling. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like people rejoice about things that can sometimes not be that good of a thing. But because you don't really know the ins and outs of it, what can you say? Besides, her kids look healthy. She's able to take care of them. She's able to have healthy pregnancies. What can we say? Nothing. Nobody can tell Kiki anything, but we can absolutely have conversations about whether that's healthy or not. Okay? Reveals during performance that her unborn baby has a severe genetic disorder. Is this from the last one? But yeah, like the last one was so sick, and now she's like another one, another one, another one. Yeah, man. I had 5 and it was hard. So tired of hearing that she can afford them. Like, the fuck is wrong with y'all? I know, right? Like, having money is the only thing that these kids need. It's self-serving and not really thinking in best interest of the kids. Exactly. I only had 2 kids, and me and my hubby are emotionally drained and wore out. To it's a lot to areas yourself so thin, to stretch yourself so thin. I got you. Spread, got you. You can't provide equal attention with that many kids. That's just unrealistic to me. What's it like for a kid when your mom is almost always pregnant? No shade. I'm just curious how that works. A lot of the time in situations like this, the older kids are parents to the younger ones. Yes. And I bet you on some level they feel like, can you please stop having fucking children? Like, can you please stop? Because at some point, the older ones are constantly responsible for more and more new ones. Like, fuck. How am I, not getting a break with this shit? I do wonder. But, time will tell. Time will tell. Time will tell. Because the relationships that Kiki has had with some of the baby's fathers has been very tumultuous. So there's no way that there hasn't been damage done somehow. Moving on from Kiki, y'all. Let's see. What happened? On site is Ra Ali's blog, and she's messy as fuck because she posts this picture of Cardi B trying to make Cardi B look bad because Cardi B has some pimples on her forehead and she got a big forehead. But essentially, like, Cardi B has a beautiful head full of hair. She's still a pretty girl. It's like you're trying to make her look bad with your wig and full face of makeup. And it don't work. It's not working. She said, Cardi said, Baby Bop Ali keeps deleting my comment under her post. So flood this under there. The rumor will be addressed on Offset's album. But while we wait, let's address why your side nigga G Stacks was posting about that baby in your stomach that was his and not your husband's. Oh, wow. Why do you even know her business like that? Now, while the paid contributor on its site is on its site were doing their jobs this morning, posting the current trending news along with our usual funny, witty captions, Belcalis decided to send her once again misdirected anger at on-site's owner, Ra Ali, by posting and deleting her tweet containing fictitious rumors. It's so funny the way Riley is acting like she's not the one writing that. That's hilarious to me. I don't know what the girls are fighting about, but it's annoying. Let's move. I'm tired of y'all arguing with Cardi every week. Somebody can take Cardi's phone again. Just because I feel like Cardi's such an easy target for everybody. Like, she's just such an easy target. Anyway, y'all, Megan Thee Stallion seemingly denies Tasha K's claims that she's responsible for Tiana Taylor's house being vandalized. Blogger responds, "You damaged that lady house. She had to run you down for her bread."
Shit, we just talking about Megan. You know, she done fucked up Tiana house. You know what I'm saying? Tiana had to sell that house. With all them damages to that house.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. Nah, so you know the house that Tiana Taylor sold.
So she sold the house.
Megan was renting that house. And that's why her and EJ fell out. You know what I'm saying? That's just something we talked about on the live. Okay. You know, they can come watch it. But what you got going on though? What new song you got coming out now?
Yo, am I confused? Is everybody else confused? Tasha, you said was talking about Tiana Taylor?
I was talking about Tiana Taylor on my live stream on YouTube. You had asked.
I know, but what did you say?
What I said, well, damn, I got to go through the commentary.
This is mad weird. This is so weird. And I'm going to tell you why this is weird. Nikki, you know exactly what she said. Y'all had this conversation over the phone before y'all got on live, as far as I'm concerned. Like, what is this?
Again, what I said was Tiana Taylor sold the house that we just talking about Megan.
Tina said weird. Okay. But let's read what they said. While on Instagram Live, with Nicki Minaj on Friday night, blogger Tasha K claimed that Megan Thee Stallion was at fault for Tiana Taylor's house being vandalized. While telling Nicki Minaj what her latest YouTube video was about, Tasha stated, "We were just talking about Megan. You know, she fucked up Tiana's house. Tiana had to sell that house." Ultimately, Tasha K alleged that Megan Thee Stallion could not get approved for a house in Los Angeles. As a result, Tiana Taylor let her rent one of her homes. After moving in, Megan went live and showed off the premises, allegedly resulting in it getting vandalized. Additionally, Tasha reported that Megan left the home without paying rent. While Meg Thee Stallion neither confirmed nor denied these claims, she did like a tweet on Twitter regarding the situation. The post read, "Meg rented from Tiana for a very short period in 2019 and left very early 2020. Tiana just sold the home nearly a month ago. It is not the same home of Meg's that was recently burglarized." Furthermore, Meg Thee Stallion tweeted weird eye roll emoji after clips of Nicki Minaj and Tasha K on Egg Live started to surface on social media. Tasha K didn't hold anything back while responding to the tweet liked by the WAP rapper. She wrote, "You damaged that lady house. She had to run you down for her bread. EJ suggested you rent out one of her homes to that lady. On top of trying to skip out on damages and back rent, EJ had to run you down for his $80K in work he did for you. Meg, please." So my whole thing is, what would be the point of Megan lying about this? Like, to me, it sounds like, Tasha, you're trying to say that she was responsible for getting burglarized during her SNL performance. Like, I was just kind of like, girl, what? it just seems very intentional. It feels like, y'all are coming together to try to defame Meg and make her look bad. Like, I don't know what the point of that is supposed to be for y'all, but turning Meg into like, to see y'all constantly try to turn Meg into the bad guy every time something happens to her. She gets shot, it's her fault. She gets burglarized, it's her fault. She tore up Tiana Taylor's house. Why are you saying that she tore up Tiana Taylor's house and then saying that the house was burglarized? Those are two different statements. What is that about? Like, it's mad weird to me. It is giving obsessed. It is giving bullying. Like, I don't even know what the fuck. When I saw this shit, I was like, first of all, that live with Nicki and Tasha is so weird because I think behind the scenes, Nicki makes it seem as if she's like mad cool with people. And then when they get online, she be making y'all look stupid. I think she did the same thing to JT when she made her rap that song about her. Like, she made you look stupid. I don't know if you realize it, but it was her way of getting back at you. It was passive aggressive. It was manipulative, but it was a way for her to get back at you and sun you, because she never forgets when y'all come at her. She might give y'all the opportunity to come groveling, but she's going to get her moment to embarrass you in front of the barbs. Like, she likes doing that to people, I see. Because I feel like that's what she should. JT may not feel that way, but she sunned you. She brought you on to embarrass you slightly. Even if it was a great live and y'all had great energy, those clips we saw look like she brought you on to sun you and show you that you may want to, not come up with any diss records about me because your ass can't rap. Like, and I'm going to show that you can't rap because I'm going to ask you to go ahead and freestyle what you said about me. Go ahead, do it. Who does that unless you're trying to sun? You trying to, what I'm saying? She was absolutely trying to sun JT in that moment. JT may not see it that way. That's the way most of us saw it. And then you bring Tasha on. And to me, there is nothing worse that when somebody explains something and then you act like you don't understand what they're saying because you're so, wait, what's going on? Huh? Really? Is that what happened? Wait, say that again. Who are we talking about? That type of shit? You know exactly what the fuck she's talking about and acting like you don't know about it. And then she's talking to you and you're kind of like, what? Like you're barely paying attention to her. It's giving kiss the ring. It's giving, I'll let y'all come on my live as long as I could, sun y'all. Knock y'all down a few pegs in front of everybody as if I need to. Yeah, it's secondhand embarrassment. She embarrasses y'all, and I guess behind the scenes makes y'all feel good. So y'all are okay with being embarrassed publicly. Like, I guess, girl, I don't know, but it was weird as fuck when it happened.